Hello everyone and welcome to the introduction of the Oracle Big Data Discovery video series. So since this is the first video of the series, I figured I'd give a quick introduction of myself. My name is Eric Sunby and I'm a manager in the Strategic Client Resources Group here at Baker Tilly. So at a high level, my background primarily revolves around business intelligence, data warehousing, and big data technologies. So everything from the ETL development, data warehouse design, report development, all the way to the actual install and configuration of the software itself. So I think it goes without saying that I have a pretty technical background. However, I won't be diving into the nuts and bolts of the software or anything like that. So really the purpose of this video series is to showcase the capabilities and functionality from an end user perspective. So with that said, today I'm going to be covering what big data discovery actually is, who should be using it in your organization, and why. So there seems to be a lot of confusion with regards to what is big data discovery, and I want to make sure that I clear this up before we go any further. So as you can see on the slide here, I have the three main approaches to analytics that are used today. So we have business intelligence, we have predictive analytics, and data discovery. So I'm going to go through BI and predictive really quickly. So for those of you who aren't familiar, so BI is essentially just an enterprise level reporting tool. It works off of structured data and a data warehouse, and it's probably the most popular and adopted approach used today. And on the predictive side, this approach uses things like data mining, statistics, machine learning, and even artificial intelligence in some cases in order to make predictions regarding future events. And finally, data discovery. This approach is really used to supplement BI and predictive analytics efforts. So a lot of people don't really understand this part. They think it's kind of on its own, or it could be used as a substitute to BI or predictive, and that's certainly not the case. So what this approach does is it really serves, in my eyes, three main purposes. So the first one being finding correlations between data sets or finding other insights in your data by leveraging the visualization components in the tool. And this can also help from several different aspects of BI and predictive as well. And we'll go over those later. So second, it allows you to leverage the faceted NoSQL data model. And if you don't know what that is, that's totally fine. It's just a fancy way of saying it enables the high performance search and other analytical functions specifically on unstructured data. That's really the key word there. And finally, it allows for quick and on-the-fly analysis. There's little to no upfront development that needs to be done beforehand because of the nature of the architecture. It sits right on top of Hadoop, and it utilizes the Hive tables in HDFS. So it pulls directly from that data source, and there's virtually no ETL that needs to be done. It loads the data automatically. So that makes it really nice. So now that we've learned a little bit more about what big data discovery actually is, let's jump into why we should actually use it. And one of my favorite things about this tool is that it in my eyes, breaks the number one rule in technology. And that's usually whenever something is made easier for the end user or more user-friendly, if you will, it usually takes away from the functionality. So vice versa, the more robust a tool is, the less user-friendly it is, generally speaking. And Oracle really hit a home run from this perspective. It's simple enough to where anyone who has basic Excel knowledge could use it. But it's also capable and flexible enough to where if you wanted to do some pretty complex transformations, if you wanted to export the data set into a Hive table, or even join multiple data sets, all that functionality and plenty more is available. So it's really nice from an end user perspective. Furthermore, Oracle has been adding functionality here and there, and one of the big pieces of functionality they added recently that I thought was a pretty big deal was there's actually a little module inside the web application that allows you to enter in a connect string to your database, and you can essentially connect to virtually whatever database you want, as long as it's has a JDB string that's compliant. So now you can connect where previously you could only connect your Hive table that it was sitting on top of, or the Hive tables rather. But now you can literally leverage CSV files. You can leverage the existing Hive tables, and you could leverage, if you have some Oracle or SQL Server databases, you could pull that data in as well, join it all together into one project, and view it all as one. So it's really flexible, really cool, and it's extremely easy. That's really the main thing that jumped out at me. And last thing I wanted to mention was the transformation capability. So if you have any technical background, the acronym ETL stands for extract, transform, and load. So they've taken out the extract and the load part for us, so we don't have to worry about doing any of that. And the transformations are so easy. It's literally click a button. You don't have to write any code. But to my earlier point, if you want, they have a little section where you can write or type some Groovy and write a Groovy script to get a little more extended functionality to whatever transformation you're trying to do. So not only can you do the quick and easy transformations, for example, if you wanted to quickly convert a string that was actually a date, but you wanted to convert it into a data type, it's literally click two buttons and it does it for you. So there's a lot of other transformations that are very common, like that one, that are readily available just by clicking a couple buttons, no code needed. And then there's also some really, really, really cool transformations that you can do that are extremely easy, even writing the code. So it just really makes the whole process of analytics or data exploration just extremely easy, and way easier than it has been in the past. So finally, I wanted to create this slide just to show the types of users we typically have, which are the non-technical and the technical group, right? And in the non-technical group, we the business analyst, that could go either way, just depending on what kind of BA they are. But typically the executives and the sales department, they're usually not messing around with these types of things. They'll go in Excel every once in a while, but what I've seen is the executives, they just want to load the spreadsheet, be able to see the data right now. They don't want to have to play with anything. They don't want to have to do any type of configuration. They just want it to work, and that's exactly what this tool does. And it's the visualizations that come with the tool out of the box are excellent, and I think that's usually what I've seen that the executives and just most people in general really enjoy are the visualizations, and that's why some other BI tools have been pretty popular as well because of their visualizations that come out of the box. But one other thing that really differentiates this product from others is that you can actually load your own external or third-party visualization. So if you have a certain graph or chart, bubble chart, whatever that you would like to use for a specific analysis, you can actually load it into load the the JavaScript code into Big Data Discovery directly. It's extremely easy. So that's another thing that they've done to really make this product great. And on the other hand, we have the technical people, right? And we could have someone as technical as a BI developer or a data scientist who could do some really great analysis using this tool and get some great insight from it. Or we could have someone who's not technical at all and doesn't want anything to do with the technical side, like the sales people, generally speaking, and they could also use it as well. So it's really a win-win from that perspective. So that's about all I have for today. I just wanted to go over a general high-level introduction to the product itself, and subsequent videos will be a little more product-based, and we'll go into some of the actual functionality I was talking about today. So if you have any questions regarding Big Data Discovery or any of our services, please don't hesitate to reach out to us directly. Our emails are listed below, and you can also visit our website at www.bakertilly.com/analytics. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more videos regarding Big Data Discovery.